The silence of a corporate hotel at 2 in the morning carries a very specific kind of isolation. When a soft, professional voice announces a room service delivery Aarav never ordered, the disruption feels immediately out of place. He steps to the door and checks the peephole, only to find the corridor completely empty. But before he can step away, the landline on his nightstand shatters the quiet. He picks it up to hear a hotel receptionist on the other end, her voice trembling as she fights through thick static. She begs him to listen carefully, insisting that under absolutely no circumstances should he open his door. The line goes dead, and 3 slow, heavy taps immediately return to the wood right in front of him. Backing away into the center of the room, Aarav notices a harsh light glowing through the gap beneath the doorframe. The digital elevator display outside is shining brightly, clearly marking his location as the 14th floor, even though his plastic keycard reads 11. Pulling up the corporate booking app on his phone confirms the unsettling fact that this building does not even possess a 14th floor. Before he can process the error, the overhead lights inside his sanctuary violently sputter and fail. The television turns itself on, cutting through a wall of static to broadcast a live, grainy security feed of his own corridor. Sitting perfectly still outside his room is a silver tray resting on a food cart, steam rising from beneath the lid. Standing directly behind it is a motionless figure, its limbs stretched out to proportions that simply do not fit within the architecture of the hallway. The entity slowly leans sideways, peering directly into the security lens with a wide, unnatural smile. As the screen glares in the dark, the room phone rings a second time, carrying an old man's gasping voice, demanding he leave the door shut. A sudden, heavy silence falls over the room, eventually coaxing Aarav to unlock the deadbolt just enough to peek into the corridor. Cold air rushes in as he stares down a hallway that has stretched itself into an impossibly long, dim tunnel. The geometry of the building is entirely broken, and every single metal plate along the walls now begins with the number 14. Panicked, he violently slams the heavy door shut, throwing the locks to trap the nightmare on the outside. But as he turns around, his familiar surroundings have already mutated into a towering space with darkened wallpaper and sickening yellowed lights. Resting quietly on the desk in the center of his locked room is the steaming silver room service tray. Black ink bleeds across the welcome note. Checkout is unavailable. Then the ringing starts again. This time from inside his own bathroom. Discover what happens when you book the wrong room in the full horror story, The Hotel Floor That Wasn't Listed.